Many people are panicking that there's a couple whales from 2011 that are selling billions of dollars of Bitcoin. I'm going to get into that. But first, we have great news. As you know, that I'm very much a proponent of Altseason. I said it's probably going to happen. I said 90% on Twitter. I really, even during the downturn that we had during the last correction, 35% correction, I was still saying we're going to see Altseason. Check this out. This is Lark Davis on Twitter. Google searches for altcoins just hit a 4-year high. Retail is coming back to crypto. Here you go. Look at this chart. Retail is here, okay? So just realize that they are always going to come back during times of higher prices. That is what retail is attracted to. They're not attracted, once again, to ETFs. They couldn't care less. They couldn't care less about Donald Trump talking about Bitcoin or anything like that. They care about high prices because that's the confirmation that it's a solid investment, is when prices are high. This is why retail rarely makes any money in this space, okay? Not to be harsh, but that's true. That's why most people are poor. They don't know how to invest, okay? And that is also why retail is referred to as dumb money. I didn't make that up. Other people did. Okay. Moving on, we have tariffs are starting to slow down the economy as consumer spending data gets revised much lower. Yes, the tariffs are hurting the United States economy. That's probably pretty clear by now, especially if you've been watching my videos earlier with Americans really struggling to pay for things and the decreasing middle class. I've said this many times, the middle class is so screwed. And I don't like to see people getting hurt. That's why I want people to watch this channel so they know exactly what to do with these psychotic central bankers. So with that said, expect UBI. Okay, that's one of the things that's going to happen in the future with the amount of jobs that are going to be lost in the future, plus AI taking over jobs. The United States is going to have to give people money. So you saw what happened with the amount of currency that they printed back in 2020. They gave a lot of people stimulus checks that was used to buy Bitcoin and alts. So I would expect if that happens again, when universal basic income starts to happen much more, because I think it's going to have to be, because Americans at this point, if you're not in inflation hedges like gold, silver, Bitcoin, then you're going to be screwed, all right? I mean, taking out a mortgage is going to be horrible for you, and because you're having a job that's going to pay less than the rate of inflation goes up, okay? So that job is never going to keep up with inflation. Now, moving on, we also have UK is going to sell over 5 billion pounds worth of seized Bitcoin, stolen Bitcoin. This is according to the Telegraphs. And, I think Germany did the same thing and missed out a bunch. But keep in mind, this is government. Usually the people that work for government aren't the smartest people. The smartest people are working for the free market because they actually have skin in the game. If you're working for government, you don't have any skin in the game. You don't care if you're getting ripped off here or there or money laundering. You couldn't care less because the money's just going to keep on coming in. But if you're in the free market, you actually do have skin in the game. Keep that in mind. Okay, moving on. We have the two whales. These two whales are really interesting that have been selling Bitcoin. Now, this is a Godzilla trader on Twitter. Something strange is going on in Bitcoin land. Two whales have sold their entire stacks from 2011. Those are some OGs right there, holding from 2011. Good on you, man. Those two people, if it is two people, could be one entity, have done better than pretty much any trader in the entire world has ever done, okay? That's the beauty of buying low when nobody cares about it and then selling high when everybody cares about it. Good job. Now let's go into this a little bit. A $9.5 billion Bitcoin whale just moved their entire 80,000 Bitcoin stack to Galaxy Digital, presumably to sell after holding for 14 years. Now, Bitcoin Archives also says, imagine what happens to Bitcoin once this sell pressure is gone. Well, here, Willy Woo kind of stepped in. He's got some good things to say here. I'm not seeing that $9 billion hitting the order books, meaning no sell pressure. If this is a true transaction, it would be an OTC or over-the-counter transaction. So what does that mean? It means that there's two people that agree on a price and they sell it to each other. Okay, so they're not putting this on the open market. If that did hit the open market and they did sell or whatever, yeah, that could be quite a dump, but it would also be a spike as well, because we're in a bull market, guys. Like, I wouldn't expect that dump to last very long at all. But here's the thing, guys, who cares? This is a great tweet from Watcher Guru. $10,000 invested 10 years ago today. Bitcoin, $4,230,000 off a $10,000 investment. All the rest pale in comparison. Okay, so you had Microsoft at $108,000. Nvidia, okay, Nvidia did a little better, $3,500,000, but still not $4.2 million. So that is the absolute best investment you could have ever made over the past 10 years if you still held it. That's great, huh? Now, what do I expect happen right now? I expect there to be not huge amounts of consolidation here. Okay, so we've been bouncing between 116,000 to 120,000 or whatever. This is the last phase of the bull market, guys. Like, I don't care what other people say. Like, I can make up my own mind. It's my fourth bull market. Like, there's not a lot of people who have been there for 4 bull market cycles, all right? I'm just telling you by experience that these things are cyclical, okay? We're going to hit a bear market eventually. You're going to see retail come into this space, like I've just showed you what Lark had showed. Look at that tweet is really important, all right? So you get to see how interested people are. This is going to spike up like crazy. The amount of retail that is going to go cramming into this space is going to be like nothing you've ever seen before, okay? It's going to be bigger than the last 2 bull markets that we've experienced, because there's just more people. More people are aware of crypto. More people have access to crypto now than they did back in the day. Okay, so now what should you expect? Expect that to happen when Bitcoin is going to fly, in my opinion, probably to 200,000. That would be my guess. 250,000 maybe. I don't think any more than that. And then with that, we're going to have Altseason as well. So I think the beginning of Altseason has actually just started. I could be wrong, who knows, but I really think that Altseason is just beginning right now. And I think we see that with Ethereum hitting $3,700, $3,800 recently, or the last day or two. Yes, it had a little pullback, but that's fine. Who cares? That doesn't matter. Just look at the broader market. Look at what retail's doing. And I'm going to keep everybody posted on learningcrypto.com when I'm buying, when I'm selling. That's the most important thing. I fight this a little bit. What's more important, selling during this bull market or buying the next bear market? Because the most opportunity that you have in this space, if you really want to make a dent in life with crypto, you're going to have to buy during the bear market. So the next bear market, if you've prepared well during this bull market, you are going to be the happiest person around, all right? You're not going to have to work much, especially after the next cycle. With that said, check out learningcrypto.com if you want to see what we're doing. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.